Good morning. Well, it's been a long time since you and I have talked. I haven't put out a video of any sort of substance in quite a while. So today, with that in mind, I'm going to try to get straight to the point and do my best to be brief. And I'm not good at either of those things. So first of all, I hope you're doing well, because it's been kind of a crazy year. I just hope you're doing well. I hope you're happy, safe, and healthy. Next, the big news is that we just bought a big pile of dirt. 40 acres of it in northern Idaho. Whew. We're going to get to a little more of that in a minute. But I know the biggest question I'm going to get asked is, what does that mean for our sailing life? Are we done sailing? Are we done traveling around the world? Short answer is no, but the long answer is things have definitely changed. We'll get into that too. But for now, I'm going to show you a little bit around and hopefully show you why we fell in love with this place and bought a big pile of dirt. 40 acres. It's kind of crazy. And the other reason I'm going to try to keep this brief is because, as you can tell, it's snowing. There's supposed to be a pretty big storm coming in. This is just the beginning. And we've got a lot of stuff to do to get ready for this snow. So let's go for a little walk and see if we can see anything that isn't covered by snow. Oh, got snow on you. Hopefully you can see. I think it's probably fair to say that most of you watching these, or this video, found our channel through our sailing series. And you may be wondering why on earth we would buy 40 acres in northern Idaho when we've got a perfectly good sailboat sitting in Mexico. That's a tough question to answer, but I'm going to do my best, so bear with me here. The first thing I should say is that, so I've lived on a sailboat my entire adult life. 25 years. 25 years on a sailboat. Brenda and I together have been about 20 years on a sailboat. I really thought that you'd have to drag me off feet first, overboard when I was dead, when I was old and decrepit. I just thought I'd be on a sailboat forever. And we may still, I don't know, but we aren't done sailing yet. I should clarify that. I still absolutely love sailing. And I love traveling by a sailboat. But over the last few years, it's become pretty apparent that full-timing cruising on a sailboat becomes pretty tough. Every year, we've looked for some place to kind of hunker down for a bit, either due to injuries, family emergencies, or just because we need a break. Or it's hurricane season. Whole lot of reasons. But that has generally just put us on our friends and family's couches, mooching a little space and a little time. And we've kind of really been wanting a place of our own. And we've kind of been keeping our eyes open for a while now. Whoop. Been keeping our eyes open for a while now. And just happened on this place. Willy-nilly. But we got out of the car, and for some strange reason, we said, this is it. This is our spot. So we talked to a realtor, put in an offer, and we talked our good friends Chris and Sarah into going in with us. So not only do we got 40 acres, but we got our good friends as neighbors. If you've watched our videos for a while, you've undoubtedly seen Chris and Sarah. They've been in a lot of them. We met them from sailing. Some of the best people on earth, and really I couldn't imagine having better neighbors. It's really coming down. So we do really have big, well, I don't want to say big plans, but we got some big plans for this place. Not only do we want to build a house, which is something we've wanted to do forever, but most of our sailing friends need a break off the boat at some point or another, and most of them don't have a place to go. So we'd like this to not only be a place for us, but a place for our friends to come hang out and get a little time off the boat, recoup, get their sanity back. But we are going to build a house, a shop, and since we've got all these big trees around here, we're going to use what's on this land to build our house. We did put an order in for a portable sawmill. That should be here in a few days. We'll put that together, start taking down some of these trees, then start building stuff. The downside is that it's winter. It becomes a little more difficult in the snow. So we're gonna do our best. It may not be that we get a whole lot done this winter. I don't know, we'll see how the weather plays out. But this little snowstorm that's here today, it's supposed to melt off tomorrow, I hope, because we'd like to get a little spot cleared to put in a shed so we can store tools and be able to come out here and get stuff done when the weather allows. But I don't know, it's coming down thick, and it's just the start. We'll see what happens. But we're getting up to the top corner here. That's a long haul. 40 acres is big, especially if you're a guy who's lived in a postage stamp sized boat for his entire adult life. This is almost unimaginable to have all this space. It's kind of crazy, really. Again, this was never in our plans, never something we thought we'd do. Well, on this scale. We always thought we'd get some sort of home base at some point. But not here. Not this big. Oh, I think we made it. The back upper corner of our property is a national forest. Let me show you. Right back there, national forest. We got 40 acres, but back there, it's endless. Coffee. Whew. This place is definitely gonna get me in shape, I'll tell you that much. So, from where we are, you can't see anything today because it's, well, socked in with snow and clouds and fog. But, you know what? I'm gonna put some pictures in right here, and then you can see some of the view, because it's pretty incredible. Going back down. I'm actually out here scoping out logs. There was a windstorm not too long ago. A bunch of big trees came down, and I'm hoping we can get that stuff out of here, mill them up, make some lumber without having to cut down any trees. There's a ton of trees down. So about 30 some odd years ago, this place was logged. They basically clear cut it, took everything. They didn't replant, they just kind of let nature take its course. So it's a pretty, well, natural, I suppose, is the way to put it. There's lots of different tree species. We got tamarack, cedars, big huge pines, all sorts of good stuff. Doug firs, birch. Actually, the biggest birch tree I've ever seen is right off of this ridge. These big huge granite slabs. All right, walking and talking. Yeah, well, I wish it wasn't snowing and I could show you a little more of the view and some of the stuff that sort of captured us with here, but it's snowing, it's winter. Where was I? Oh yeah, about 30 years ago or so, this piece of property was logged, clear cut. I did put in a few little logging roads, which are pretty handy now, so we can sort of get around a little bit. But they didn't replant or anything when they logged the place, so what came back is a pretty natural forest. There's a big variety of trees and a lot of good stuff here. So we're going to use what we got, build a house, and that'll be that. Well, I think that's about all the rambling I'm going to do today. Well, maybe. Almost done. We did just take ownership of this yesterday, so property closed, papers are signed yesterday. It's brand newly ours. So this is sort of, I guess, the beginnings. I'm going to do my best to document this, not only for you, but for me, because I think it's kind of interesting, kind of exciting, kind of fun. Some of you may too. Those of you who watched our sailing videos forever know that my entire working career was, well, construction. I was a metal worker, which put me in the trades and all sorts of facets of construction. That doesn't mean I'm an expert on anything. Jack of all trades, master of none. So some of this stuff I'm hoping maybe you can help us out with. I may need some input, some advice. Maybe, maybe not, who knows? But I'm all ears if you have suggestions once we get into the building phase. But we already have designed a house, so that's pretty exciting. We're going to apply for permits probably in the next couple of days, and that'll be that. We'll be off and running. So I think if you want to see what happens here, I guess subscribe or not. There's no commitment. You do you. And we'll see how this goes. But we are really excited. It's pretty cool. All right. That's it. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon and keep you posted on stuff when we have stuff to post. Hopefully this weather will cooperate and we can get some stuff done during the winter time. All right. Talk to you later. Thanks again for watching. And next time I won't ramble on so much. But we still have more to talk about. So maybe I will ramble. All right. See you later.